certainly a lot to be prepared for, but I think our guys are excited to have a chance to play again.
All right, we'll go ahead and take questions. Just raise your hand. We'll get a microphone over to you. We'll start with the microphone.
For Retin, just what's the confidence like for you at this point after a few big games?
It's pretty big. At the same time, I try to stay grounded and focus on what we need to do as a team to get better.
Just a quick follow-up. What did that redshirt season mean to you, and how much did you progress in that year?
It meant a whole lot. It was, looking back at it, it was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life, and I got to thank Coach Grant and the coaching staff for really kind of helping me with that and really challenging me to become better in that redshirt year.
Charlie.
For both of you guys, how has Nick improved on the offensive end, and how is he so effective with his left hand?
Well, I think Nick has always been a guy that has had a lot of confidence in his ability to score, in and around the basket. I think obviously he's improved his conditioning, he's improved his stamina, he's improved his body, which has probably given him a little bit more lift in terms of his ability to create angles to go score. So I think he's just taking advantage of those opportunities because of the work that he's put in.
I agree with what Coach said. Obviously, this offseason has been really big for him. He's made a commitment to improve his body and just work on his game, and the combination of those two things has really helped him a lot.
Go to Cliff in the second row.
Coach, after the trip to New York, I mean, what do you take out of that, and what was the focus going forward?
Well, the thing we talked about coming back from the trip was the lessons that we learned in terms of trying to get better as a basketball team. Obviously disappointed that we went 0-2 on the trip. But the thing I've always told our guys is with every game, we want to learn and get better as a team. So if we can take the lessons that we learned from that and make us better as we move forward, this will be a tough challenge for us against North Florida tomorrow. But with every game, we just want to continue to get better. So certainly a lot of things that we were able to look at from that trip with the competition that we played and see some things within ourselves that we could have done better that may have changed some of the results.
Did you have a question, Michael?
Yeah. I think Brett had some free throws twice at the end of maybe 1 and 2 overtime. What was that pressure like? Did you feel the pressure at all in that moment to shoot those free throws? I mean, you made both of them.
I try to block it out. What I said, and the same thing I said in New York. My teammates always, every time I'm in that situation, they tell me I do this every day. I come in, try to shoot free throws every day. So when I was at that line, I try to kind of picture myself being in the gym by myself and kind of blocking out all the other things that might distract me while I'm out there.
Questions, Chris?
Coach, do you change anything with your approach in terms of players getting in foul trouble to avoid that? Or what do you do about that?
Yeah, that's kind of tough, No, personally, no. I probably won't change a whole lot. Obviously, I think for the most part in 6 games so far, we've adjusted pretty well. We had some significant foul trouble in the Drexel game with several guys fouling out. I think I don't remember. I don't know that we had anybody foul out in regulation. I think the guys that we lost, maybe we lost in overtime. But I think we've done a pretty good job of being able to defend without fouling. I think we've done a pretty good job of getting ourselves to the free throw line. But obviously, you always want to improve. You always want to get better. And I think with every game, our guys will learn a little bit more just in terms of what's being emphasized and what we have to be able to stay away from with the way we want to play.
Go to Cecil on the right.
Coach, North Florida's back and forward and played Florida pretty tough, but everybody pretty tough except Ohio State. What do you see from them?
Well, I see a good team. Just watching them play. They play 10 or 11 guys. They really shoot the ball well as a team. They got a variety of guys that they go to. They've got think for Retin, you know, like he said, I think, his approach, every day, you know, from whatever it was, 3 years ago to now, has been just to work and get better. And I think, he certainly benefited from that year. We had a chance just to practice and go against, some of the other guys in the program and learn. And, you know, last year, obviously, we've talked about this a lot, the progress that he made from the beginning of the year to the end of the year allowed him to be able to get some very needed experience and gain some confidence. And I think right now he's playing like a guy that has a lot of confidence in terms of what he's able to do. And he's gained some valuable experience. So, and he works extremely hard. So I think it's a product of all those things.
Time for a couple more questions. Do we have anything else for either coach or Retin?